iFILM, London. iFILM, London.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the second head-to-head for the Battle of the Olympians in the year of the Olympics. You know, it's a great privilege for me as a promoter to sit on this table with a gold medalist from the Olympic Games, a bronze medalist from the Olympic Games, and a young man who is the only young British heavyweight who's beaten the man who we hope is going to win a gold medal for Britain in the super heavyweights, Dillian Whyte. Everyone knows everyone, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking. Just to tell you, the show is the Liverpool Echo on October the 13th. I listened to these two talk yesterday. I know we're going to be in for a great fight. It has 3 title fights on there, all featuring Liverpool boys. It has a great undercard featuring Dillian Whyte, a young heavyweight, Matt Skelton on there, and a host of Liverpool fighters. With that, I'll just throw the floor open for questions to Harry Holland, who's working here with Audley, David, Franny and Dillian Whyte. So just fire away with questions.
Right, it seems like you're putting a lot of your power behind Dillian now to promote.
On the advice of this young man, who works well with Dillian and Franny, he's a young heavyweight, and you know, to me, there is 2 types of boxing in the heavyweight division. Please just give me the heavyweight division, it's easier.
Dave, what was that advice?
We haven't worked with Dillian a fair bit. Last year, me and Franny, you know, we just said, you know, we've got potential to go a long way, so we just said to Frank, Dillian's gonna do something, so make sure you look after him, type of thing, which I'm sure he will have anyway. And
when this man moves on to the world stage, as long as we get past this man, I need the next British champion to keep everything in the family. Is that right? Go on, your third talk.
Sorry I'm late today, first thing. Obviously, got off the plane. Bit jet lagged last night, I thought I could make it, so apologies for being late. I know with Nicola Adams fighting for today, I know the press want to be over this. But obviously, great opportunity for me. Obviously, I've fallen down many times, always found a way to get back up. And as I said, my career was never going to end off TV fighting Ali Adams. In a small hall in Brentwood, Essex. It was all 2,500 people were there. Had a great time and really, you know, gave me a real positive support. You know, this is where I'm supposed to be, back under the lights, in a big fight, huge fight. Obviously, David H's was a big fight this year, and I think this fight can match that fight. British and Commonwealth title on the line, 2 Olympians, gold medalist, bronze medalist. Obviously, David Price on the way up hasn't really put a foot wrong. Mr. Harrison on the way down. What does he have left? Does he have anything left? And being an Olympic year, they're definitely going to see an Olympic performance from me. Honestly, can say since 2004, Michelle Sissia was the last time I enjoyed myself in a boxing ring. It was the last time I enjoyed myself as a boxer. You know, after that fight, I haven't really enjoyed myself in a boxing ring. In 2011 is really when it started coming back, going back to the gym. And my last fight with Ali Adams was the first time since then I enjoyed myself in the ring. And that because training camp, every injury I had when I wanted to come back, came back and plagued me for the last fight with Ali Adams. I basically had 1 week of sparring, elbow broke down, I had to pull back the fight, knee was playing up, pec was playing, every injury that I had. But it was like, it was just testing me, do you really want to come back? He said, you want to come back. So I almost pulled out of that fight, and then I watched the video of Ali Adams. Before I made that decision, I watched the video of him, and I said, oh my God, he is so bad. If I can't beat him at 30%, 40%, I shouldn't be boxing. So I took that fight as a little test for myself, and obviously coming through that and just the way I felt, how confident I felt, it's just the old Audley's back, you know, and it's taken me a long time, you know, fighting the system and just losing my love for boxing. Definitely 2012, which is ironic being an Olympic year, fighting an Olympian, it's definitely back. So I know I'm in a tough fight, David Price, obviously, you know, I'm grateful for the opportunity. They didn't have to come this route, even though I called them out. You know, Tyson Fury, I believe would have been an easy option. I think this is the guy in the linear. If you look at Lennox and the people who've gone on Olympics, he's a national champion, Commonwealth Games gold medalist, Olympic bronze medalist. I'm a two-time national champion, I'm a Commonwealth Games gold medalist, Olympic gold medalist. So this is the linear. You know, Tyson Fury, actually he even beat Tyson Fury quite comfortably in the amateurs. So, you know, I know what this fight means. And like I've said yesterday, win, lose or draw, 100% I'm turning up. And, you know, I'm leaving it in the ring.
Just sit back a bit, just blocking Audley out.
How can I block him out? Sorry.
You are.
Probably, you said that about Price enjoying yourself. Is there any envy where, you know, Price is in his career, he's got a lot of hunger at the moment, a lot of momentum?
No envy at all. You know, each man, you know, there's a saying, those who have their own pathway, I don't need no map. You know, everyone was trying to tell me how I should do it. This thing hasn't been done this way. And it's like, it didn't work the way I wanted it to work. You know, maybe there was a bit of naivety in my grand master plan that I thought all the promoters would just welcome me taking away food from their table. Because obviously my plan involved being the master of my own destiny, my own promoter, my own manager. But there's no envy, because my pathway is my pathway. I've fallen down many times, but that was just part of my journey. You know, in terms of growing up, I was 31 years of age, Olympic gold medalist, MBE, you know, obviously financially secure, controlling my own destiny, living life. But I was still a boy, still needed to grow up. And so all the knocks I've had to go through, it's just been part of my journey. You know, I'm like, back then I was single, living the lifestyle, traveling the world, and just living life all in the fast lane, because I wanted to take it all, and I didn't want to leave nothing on the side. You know, I know when I'm old and grey, they put me in a coffin. I know I've lived my life. I've got the knocks, got the bruises, so I'm happy. I've fallen down, never given up on myself, and I knew that I'm going to get back to this place. So, you know, at 40 years of age, obviously there's injuries. I'm not the guy that was 30, but I'm definitely still I've got a lot to offer.
I'd like to ask you, would you agree with hindsight that what David has done and taking on a very experienced manager would be better what you did?
No, I wouldn't agree. I wouldn't agree. I think everyone's got to blaze a trail, and if you don't do that, then there's always people going to come behind you. And people won't come behind you if you don't blaze a trail. If you look at what I done, I came through when there was no other promotional entity as a fighter. Now there's Haymaker Promotion, there's Khan Promotions, there's Kawasaki Promotions, Hatton Promotions. None of that would have happened if there wasn't A-Force Promotions. So unfortunately for me, I'm the first guy who's gone through. I'm the one who suffered all the resistance. And so it's very hard for me to go through. David's doing, their way is a tried and tested method. My way, I went a different route. But as you've seen, after me, David Hay was able to come through, no pressure, no discussions about him being his own promoter, his own manager. So it has been done after me. Me being the first guy, then obviously it didn't work for me. But many people are going to be coming in future. That's a good way to go. Working with a tried and tested manager, working with a promoter. But this is the future. This is the future, whether you like it or not, it's the future. You look in America, Golden Boy Promotion. You look at, you know, Golden Boy, Floyd Mayweather, everyone's doing it now because, and it's not a knock on the old system, but it's time to move, we have to move forward. And it's like, I know how to negotiate a contract as good as any promoter.
I'll give him that.
As good as any manager.
Give him that.
I understand the game. And so I know what I was looking for. But it hasn't worked. You know, remember I was 17-0, regardless of the future of the heavyweights. Like I said, 2004, after Richelle Sicily, and I was still unbeaten, I fell out of love with boxing.
What about the bad side? You had BBC. Give me £1 million a fight.
No, 1 million, I wish. 1 million a fight.
That's what you thought.
Don't believe, come on, you can't believe what you believe in the papers.
Well, you can't
The
believe
paper
it.
had me.
There's no other answer. You have to.
Yeah.
The situation is, if that's correct what you say,
Yeah.
then how can you possibly sit there and say what you did was correct?
Life.
The BBC now will
This,
not touch
I know,
boxing
but
because someone else.
no, that's not the case.
Well,
See,
that's
again,
what
you're
they're
talking.
saying.
Well, you got. I know, but you're saying stuff that's in the papers, and the papers is 10% true,
Well, you tell me what
9%.
the
Yeah.
BBC's told you.
The BBC. I'll tell you what the BBC told me. They told me, Audley, we believe that you can be a heavyweight champion of the world. We believe you can do it.
Right.
And we're going to support you. No, you asked me, I'll tell you. We believe you can be heavyweight champion of the world. So we're going to give you your own deal, and we're going to set up your own promotional entity. We're going to allow you to do what you want to
When
do.
they say that, beginning or the end?
Huh?
When they say that?
No, all the way through.
All the way through.
In the
So why
end,
haven't they bought this fight?
the reason why the
Frank had it
BBC...
for sale. I could have bought it.
Yeah. There's a bigger story that this is not the forum for me to discuss, but I will discuss it. This is not about the promotional network. I know why the BBC came back to boxing. The same way I know why, if you look at the Olympic program now, the World Class Performance program, that's there now. That's got a full boxing team with male and female. I know why that's there. Do you know why that's there?
Anyway, let's go. I mean, Audley is a trailblazer. As much as and I'm the first to criticise him. When he went pro, I called him every name under the sun, and more. Yeah. I think he done it wrong, and I still think today he done it wrong. He's wrong about David Hay. David Hay started off with the promotional team. I led David Hay to his world title fight before he broke his contract. So I believe the tried and tested way is the right way to do it. He believes his way, but we're here to sell a fight. He's come back the tried and tested way. He hasn't got any worry now. He's just got to prepare for this fight and try and re-establish himself. Is that right, Ron?
Yeah, I'm not a promoter in this fight. I'm just a fighter in this fight. But in terms of, like I said, just finally to close that point off. Each man, like I said, has his own pathway. I'm still on my pathway. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Okay, so we're still going on. The story is incomplete. They asked me what my legacy is. You look at those Olympians there, that's part one of my legacy. Because that wouldn't have happened had I not won a gold medal. That's what started the World Class Performance Program. That funding there, that produced the Amir Khan story, David Bryce story, the James DeGale story, and the story now. Because those athletes now, we've always had good athletes. What we didn't have was funding. So that's what my gold medal does. That's my legacy on that side. This is my own personal journey now. I said I'm going to be a world champion when I turn professional. And I'm still fighting on that journey. Haven't given up yet. Most people have written me off, but every time you write me off, I find a way to come back. And like I said, it weren't never going to end off TV fighting Ali Adams in Brentwood, Essex, where they actually gave me a great rousing reception. It's on a big stage, and I'm definitely turning up. So it's not over yet.
Audley, what would your advice be to the guys coming out of this Olympics? Now there is the funding that wasn't when you were there.
But they weren't funding for the professional game is still the professional game. In the amateur game, when I wanted to turn pro in '98 after the Commonwealth, and I said, look, if I don't get funding, I'm turning pro. And so is everyone else going to, because we ain't got no money, I'm in debt, and I believe I can win you a gold medal. And I became a little politician. I set up the Amateur Boxing Union of England. I remember marching from Victoria
what do
to
you advise
SW1.
these guys now?
But they've got funding now. So these people have got funding, so that's a comfortable choice that they can make. It's a nice position that they're not in a desperate position. Obviously, your gold medal. Boxing is one of those unique sports that we have a second sport. Whatever Michael Phelps does, he'll go back and his next goal will be the Olympics in 4 years, even though he's retired now. Or Rebecca Adlington, their cycle is an Olympic cycle. That's their cycle. They're going to keep doing it. The professional boxing is different. That we have two sports. So we have, once you reach the pinnacle of boxing and you get to that mountain, the Olympic gold medal is like a Harvard degree, because it's like going to Oxford. That sets you up to turn professional. People know about you because it's on BBC television, and you should be looking to turn professional because you've conquered that mountain. There's another mountain to try and conquer. And obviously, as you've seen in my case, it's not guaranteed. Britain hasn't had an Olympic gold medalist go on and win a world title. So that tells you how hard it is to win an Olympic gold medal. It tells you how hard it is to go and win a genuine world title. Different sport. So what I'd advise them to do is I'd tell them that they're in a great position because they have world-class funding if they want to stay amateur, and they have a good setup now because they have the profile. It's all about profile. You've obviously got the ability. You're in the Olympics. You've won a medal. So I'd say they're in a great position, but they should probably be looking to turn pro.
Do you think Frankie's going to become a gold medal, Josh?
Do you know what? I'm really excited about, Andy Joshua, a young kid, just like, look at his body, look at his physique, and he just seems like he's destined for gold. I know he's had tough fights through, and but the Olympics really does separate. You win an Olympic gold medal. It takes something to go through round after round. You qualify for the Olympics, that's amazing. You win a medal in the Olympics, that's amazing. You win the gold, that's like out of this world. I've been there, I've done it, I know what it takes. And so Anthony Joshua, Anthony Ogogo, all the team, Nicola Adams is fighting today. It takes something to go round after round, beating these fighters. Yeah, people say, oh, you get a gift. The harder you work, the more luck you have. So I think all of these guys now, especially with all the amount of medals that we won, I know how I felt in Sydney. Every time somebody won a medal, I heard Steve Redgrave won a medal, then Denise Lewis won a medal, then Richard Folds, Jason. Every time they won a medal, it boosted my confidence. So I know all those guys who are in camp, they can't wait to go out there and represent boxing and get boxing on that podium here in the national anthem. So I just know those guys in that camp must be just pumped.
Audley, how much pride do you take out of the Olympians since?
What?
How much pride do you take out of the Olympians since 2000?
Oh, big pride. You could never, you know, that's going to go with me to my grave. That's an Olympic gold medal, something that hasn't been done for 32 years. This is a boy who grew up in Stonebridge, Northwest 10, Harrow, no qualifications, Feltham Young Offenders Institution. To turn my life around how I've done. You see how happy I am?
No,
I'm truly
what
blessed.
about the Olympians since you won the gold?
Never, the Olympics is there. It's like a blaze on my chest, like a badge of honor here. 24/7, 365. That's how I walk around.
And what about our boxers since then in the Olympics?
Yeah, listen, like I said, I've just said it. Get to the Olympics and to win a gold medal, win any kind of medal, even just to go there. It's a badge of honor. It's a badge of honor. It's a proud moment to be there. You got your whole your team, you got all these famous people who, you know, I went to the Olympics, nobody really knew who I was, other than boxing people. It's an amazing, amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment. And that's why I don't care what anybody says to me. Trust me, Audley Harrison, I walk around proud, 24/7, 365, because I know what I've done, less than 1% of the country is ever going to do. And so, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. You know, I'm like back in the limelight again in this big fight, and it's just I can't complain, man. Life has been good to me.
Frank, this fight's going to sell out by sound. Is that got as much to do with David as with
Well, definitely. I mean, you know, it's a great fight, isn't it? I mean, you know, Audley talks about being blessed. I think I was blessed. You know, I'm the only English manager to lead an Olympic gold medalist to the world heavyweight title. I'm also going to. Sorry. Whatever he was, he still won it, and he won it under Great Britain. You know, he was born in West Ham, and I'm going to take the first bronze medalist winner to the world heavyweight title. You know, I'm a great believer that I'm as blessed as Audley. So it's yeah, and there's a story to the whole of this. This fight, I think, you know, we're up against the Olympics at the moment. We're not getting the coverage we should get. You know, with boxing doing what it is, I think if we do well in the boxing in the Olympics over the next up until Sunday, this fight will then just follow straight on to that, because these are two Olympians. And you know, I agree with everything Audley Harrison says. It takes something special to get to the Olympics, and David will answer that question as well. What he went through, you know, these guys have done their career right. They've done it the proper way, and it's the only way to do it.
You expecting a sellout?
Sorry?
What's it hold?
I'm hoping for a sellout.
What will it hold?
Well, it'll hold 9,000. We're set up, yeah.
I'll answer that question as well, Niall. I mean, obviously, Audley Harrison's a big name that is going to attract a crowd to a fight, but it is in Liverpool. People want to see me fight. I'm coming through, and I'm wrecking everything in my track, you know, in my path. I mean, everyone who's they're putting in front of me and taking out, and that's what people want to see. People want to see excitement in the heavyweight division, and people want to see people getting put on the back, and that's what I've been doing. So a lot of people are going to want to come and see me fighting for that reason.
David, quick question. After this fight's out of the way, I know he was due to fight out in Atlantic City, postponed. Is that something past this fight you're going to do more fights out in America, or are you going
that's something that Frank can deal with. He's my manager, my promoter. So you know, that's up to Frank. I'm not looking one day past this Audley Harrison fight, because it's such an important fight for me and my future, my career. And it's such a dangerous fight. If it was to look past Audley Harrison, I'd be a foolish man, I think.
Any more questions?
I think that answer, David, really encapsulates what I was saying before. That very sensibly, you have done the job amazing to a very experienced person. Your job is to fight, and you're doing your job. It's like, this is a real comment, it's like a man and woman combination.
I'm not the wife. I'm definitely not the wife.
Sure.
Positive.
That's a wrong room. You read the newspapers there, not No, but seriously, it's a real compliment. A team working together. I disagree entirely with what you said, unfortunately. I'd like to ask, what advice would you give to Joshua? Would you say take the Audley route or the David route?
I'll say whatever route he's going to take, I'm hopeful that it's going to be the right route for him. He's 21 years of age. Remember, I turned professional at 29 years of age. Still as a boy, but I'd seen the world and I'd negotiated the world, and so I took it. And there's no regrets, like I said, there's no regrets, no complaints. And Anthony Joshua's got the whole world ahead of him. 21 years of age. I tell you what I will give him, and I will give him this, and I will say this to people. Had I got focused in life early on, who knows how great I could have been. I got focused in life. You talk about 9 years of age coming out of Felton, talking about going back to college, 28 getting a university degree, 29 winning the Olympics, 30 becoming an MBE. Had I got, this talent was always here. And a lot of people don't find their talent because they're out there running the streets, what I was doing. I got focused late in life. So what I will say to people is it's important that, because when I was 27 at university, I had these 18-year-olds having the time of their life. I couldn't do that because I had to stay focused. And so you should do it when it's free. You should take your education seriously and get an education if you can. Get qualifications some way, somehow, because life moves in the real time. You don't get a chance to pull it back. So at 29 years of age, I've got the world at my feet. I wanted to now go and celebrate and live my life because I didn't want to do it on catch up. So it's important that you do it when you're young and you stay focused. You realize your talents early because then you're not going to be playing chase. And what I'm really doing is playing catch up. You know, I'm 40 years of age now, age-wise, I'm still going. Because my goals in life are not achieved, and so I have to still keep going. So I think what I will say to people is it's very important that when you're young, that you stay focused and you try to make good decisions so you don't have to like be on catch up. So that's what I will say. And Andy John is 21, so he's obviously doing it the right way. He had some bad news. He's obviously got focus because you got the talent to do it when you're younger, and you got the energy and you got the withdrawal to do it. So my important message is the bigger, because I'm all about big picture. We can talk about did he do it right, irrelevant. I'm still here now, so we can move on. But what I will say, big picture, is stay focused in life, whether you've got mum or dad, and make good decisions. And that's it, that's the big picture. Try to make good decisions, because there is no regrets in life, there's only lessons.
Look, we're going on we're here about October the 13th, so let's concentrate on October the 13th.
Could I ask how important it is to be early in your career, to be boxing in your hometown? So a lot of guys, like Joe Calzaghe, didn't really box in Wales, didn't build nothing up. Is it important to you to be boxing in Liverpool early in your career?
Yeah, it is for me. I've been lucky enough to I think the last 4 or 5 fights have been in Liverpool, and slowly but surely we're building the fan base, and again it's down to the performances and putting on in the ring, bringing excitement, knocking people out, and the local fight fans are getting right behind me, and that's proven that we've moved from Aintree in the last fight, which was 4,000 sellout, and now we're going to the Echo Arena, which is the next logical step up. And yeah, it's good for me to build this fan base, but you know, I don't want to just restrict myself to Liverpool because I am British at the end of the day, and you know, I do want the whole country to get behind me and be packed.
Any more questions, or we'll do one-to-ones now? Okay, we'll do one.